I'm Adventure Time's Jake the Dog. No, not literally, I mean I'm playing Adventure Time's Jake the Dog in MultiVersus. I'm standing on the edge of a Rick and Morty themed arena, about to beat Shaggy from Scooby-Doo into a bloody pulp, whilst my teammate, Arya Stark, is casually stealing Batman's face. A few years ago this would have given me severe whiplash, but considering that the other day I watched Darth Vader get killed by a blue banana in the same match as watching Kratos get killed by a Demogorgon with a gun whilst trying to revive John Wick, nothing surprises me anymore. Well, except for one thing. MultiVersus is actually pretty damn good.
Look out below!
The game's initial reveal left me disinterested, seemingly just another attempt to fill the void some people have after getting bored of Smash Brothers, and besides, I'm not the biggest platform fighter guy anyway. I don't dislike them or anything, I'm just not head over heels. As such, I came into MultiVersus not expecting much. Yet, I found that player-first games have begun to lay the groundwork for something remarkable. Whilst it wears its inspiration on its sleeve, MultiVersus does have a few key differences that set it apart. For one, each character is assigned one of 5 classes, but balances them well, so it doesn't feel like there's any pressure to match up particular classes. It's all based on player skill. The classes act as a great indicator of how you should play each character, but don't ever totally define what the character is, which is great. There are also the different game modes. While some might feel more comfortable in a 1v1 setting, MultiVersus thrives off a 2v2 format and feels like the game was made for it. Every character has abilities that could support teammates as well as harm foes. But it took me a while to get used to the synergy of playing with another person, and to the way MultiVersus feels in general. It's an awful lot floatier than other fighting games I've played. It's lacking a bit of weight, and some characters can hover around for what occasionally feels like a lifetime. Once you get used to it though, it feels pretty good. And whilst I'd still like a little more snap, the floatiness feels necessary for recovery and making use of those team abilities. Things also become a lot more fun after leveling up and gaining perks, which are shared and can grant small buffs and extra skills. And they can even be stacked with teammates, so at higher levels, pre-match planning can get very strategic. It's not all good, however, and there are some glaring frustrations with how MultiVersus plays. For instance, hit priority, a system whereby hits that land at the same time are prioritized based on attack power, and 2 attacks of similar level can be cancelled out, is a total mess, and doesn't seem to be present at all in the game. Couple that with a seemingly strange hitbox and hurtbox system, which is particularly bad on characters like Finn the Human, whose backpack has become something of a meme in the community for its huge hitbox. It is worth noting that these systems are already getting an overhaul, but right now it's a real issue, as are the game's map designs. There are currently 8 stages, and 2 of those are just variations on other maps. Most stages consist of 1 platform and then 2 or 3 smaller platforms above it. They're fine, but they feel so cramped and uninspired. It's like being stuck in an elevator made of white bread. There are a couple of wall breaks here and there, and they look pretty enough, but they're devoid of the levels of creativity Player First Games has managed to demonstrate through its roster. Unsurprisingly, MultiVersus has a battle pass, currently just a short pre-season pass with 15 tiers, and honestly progression through it feels unsatisfying, even though there's a nice distribution of rewards. There's also seasonal milestones which are unique to each player and cannot be re-rolled, which meant that I had some unfun goals like connect 200 fully charged attacks. More Battle Pass points per match would go a long way, as well as the ability to re-roll some milestones. As it stands, MultiVersus has done a bang-up job of laying the foundations for a fantastic platform fighter that has the potential to blossom into something amazing. Killer backpacks and janky hitboxes aside, each character is brimming with personality, and movesets never feel too out of character. It's definitely helped by the fact Warner Brothers was able to recruit a ton of the cast's original voice actors, something you don't see very often.
Wait till I tell Ivy about this!
It's a game not without its teething problems though, and until hitbox and hit priorities are set straight, MultiVersus will continue to fall flat for people at a higher skill level. but for a game still technically in open beta, MultiVersus is a worthy competitor in the platform fighter genre.